So welcome to Power, everybody, presenting opportunities where everyone rises. Is anybody in the building? Let me hear you. We are so thankful to be here. This is the thankful time of the year. We're going into our holiday season. Anybody ready for the holidays? Is anybody feeling pressure and stress this time of the year? You can be honest. You can be honest. You can be honest. You're trying to meet everything on the list. But if you've been meeting the list all year, don't worry about it. If you've been providing all year long for these kids and you don't get everything on the list for Christmas, don't worry about it. Because the day after it's going to be 70% off anyway. So today we have some great information to keep the stress down during this time of the year. Stress. Tell me some things that could stress you out during the holiday season. Just holler them out. Kids. What is it? Money, lack of. Anybody else? What else? Bills. Your what? The link card. Right. What is it? Your car. Your car is just holding up. What about losing a loved one and just remembering that this time of the year? Yeah, what about not being able to meet your light bill and all of that, and you got to worry about that? Well, listen, we got some help in the house for us today. Clap it up for our presenter, Brian Tucker, who's coming in a few minutes. If you look on your table, you'll see feedback forms. Those are very important for you to fill out. Please don't just disregard. I put them right in the middle. If you didn't get any, it's okay because the rest of the room got you this week, okay? But we're going to need you to fill those forms out so that our funders can know that this is a vital community outreach right here in Greater Bronzeville, all right? We're going to go to a commercial. Oh, we got Christian in the back. Can we clap it up for Christian? That handsome young man back there, he does not like when I do that. And we got Joe, who kind of put his head down when he knew I was coming back. Right. Clap it up for Joe one more time. Let's let him feel the love. So we're going to go to a commercial, and when we come back, we're going to hear from Brian. You ready? All right, stay tuned.
God bless you, my friends. As founder and CEO of Bright Star Community Outreach, let me share 3 reasons I'm excited about BSCO's 2024 year. Firstly, our dream. I initiated this social services agency 15 years ago as the outreach arm of our ministry, and it has evolved into a company employing over 135 full and part-time team members. We offer trauma counseling, workforce development skills, financial literacy courses, health and wellness programming, educational empowerment, along with housing initiatives. We've established a 70-plus school-based, community-based, and faith-based collaborative to address violence and trauma in our Greater Bronzeville and Roseland West Pullman communities on the south side of Chicago. BSCO exists as a hub addressing challenges in under-resourced, underserved, and underdeveloped communities, utilizing our TNT and CNC model. Check this out. According to the University of Chicago research, our collaborative work has resulted in a 14% reduction in robberies, a 10% drop in aggravated assaults, and an astounding 17% decrease in shootings in the specific catchment area that we serve in the Greater Bronzeville community. In simple terms, our work is working. Now, the second reason for my excitement is our team. H.E. Lucock once declared, "No one can whistle a symphony. It takes a whole orchestra to play it." I've retained many of our previous leaders who helped bring us to where we are. Now I have recruited new leaders with fresh ideas, new plans, and processes to elevate our company and our community. To never settle for good, but strive for greatness is the best approach. And under the new leadership of our executive director, Lucretia Kindred, and our entire leadership team, the sky is the limit, and more people will be served. Finally, I am thrilled about taking this show on the road. We've proven our turn model here in Chicago, and I want to bring this model and our impact to your local city. Visit our website, view the information on the screen, and reach out to us if you are interested in replicating this work. I want to teach you how to do what we have done. A very special thank you to our staffers, our partners, and our funders. This will be our best year ever as we strengthen hope and save lives at Bright Star Community Outreach.
Clap it up for my CEO, Pastor Chris Harris, who is invested in this community. I mean, everything he does is for Bright Star Community Outreach and for Greater Bronzeville and for this neighborhood where he grew up. He will tell you in a minute where he was born and raised. And he said, if you can't give the apartment number of where you say you were born, you really are you're not telling the truth. But he can tell you the whole story himself. That's not my story to tell. But don't we love Pastor Chris Harris? Clap it up real good as if he was standing in the back. You just never know. You never know. We have a special guest today, and I'm so excited about this presentation. We have Brian Tucker. Brian is an advanced certified clinical hypnotherapist, professional life coach, and master practitioner in the science of neuro-linguistic programming. Through his practice, Brian has counseled and coached innumerable clients to successful breakthroughs and has gained the respect and esteem of industry professionals and clientele alike. Before coaching, Brian's corporate career, spanning over 25 years, landed him in various industries, including telecommunications and broadcast television. In this latter role as vice president of sales, Brian realized communication was the most vital aspect of business and life. Whether communication between salesperson and client, or talk show host and their viewing audience, the most important communication is internal communication, the brain's language. In addition, his passion for understanding the mind's inner workings, Brian has completed 4 years of intensive training, including the Wellness Institute of Issaquah, Washington, one of the top 5 schools for advanced clinical hypnosis and hypnotherapy training in the country. Can we clap it up right there? He is also a graduate of Western Illinois University. Brian is a board member with Victories for Men, an organization that has helped over 7,000 individuals develop deeper self-understanding, better relationships, and brighter lives. He is also a board member of the Chicago Psychoanalytic Institute, devoted to transforming the lives of individuals, families, and communities using psychoanalytic knowledge to help them grow and thrive. Would you please put your hands together for my very anticipated presentation from Mr. Brian Tucker, everybody. Come on, welcome in, Power Family. Y'all can do better than that. I know y'all checking him out. Come on, Brian. Hey, Brian. Oh, it's so good to see you. Come on and sit on down. Let's talk about it. How you been? Doing good. Lift it up a little bit. Let me see. Is it on? Yeah, there we go. All right. So, Brian, it is so good to have you on our stage here today. Can you say hi to our Power Family?
Up, beautiful people. How y'all doing? Everybody's looking beautiful.
Brian, 2 things I know they noticed already. They looked at his smile, and they looked at your left hand just to see if anything was dangling around. You got to watch these people around here. You got to watch them.
I hear that.
I'm just letting you know. I hope you can get out of here. That's all I hope.
All right.
So we have some questions for you, but if you let's talk about your bio for a little bit. We're going to ask the audience to let's hush over the crowd, please, so that we can really hear this presentation. I'm so excited.
Ditto.
Yeah, I'm excited to see you.
All right. I'm glad to be here for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about yourself before we get into it.
All right. So I help people make positive changes and improvements, feel better about their lives, about their future.
Yeah.
And starts with how we think about ourselves, our thoughts, And do we like ourselves? Do we dislike ourselves? What we feel about ourselves. That's our self-image. So I help people tap into that to really connect with who they are and how they feel about themselves. It's a process of self-discovery.
So are you telling me that that's a real question? Do people like them? Do I like myself? That's a real question, Brian?
Oh, it's a very real question. It's actually a question I pose to those that I speak to. Do you like who you are? You'd be very surprised. Some people say, I love myself. And then as we talk another 10, 15 minutes, they realize it's a side of me that I don't like at all. I can't stand that side of me.
Wow.
Well, when a person comes into that reality, they realize that they're in internal conflict with their own self.
And that's where you come in to help them out.
Absolutely.
Oh, clap it up. We're going to get some good stuff here today.
All right.
All right. So we talked a little bit before the show, talking about the holiday season and emotional overload. Now, I have a question for you about emotional overload. The holidays can bring us joy, but they can also bring us stress and expectations. From your experience as a life coach, why do so many people feel overwhelmed during this season?
Yeah, you know, the holidays, for one, it's a cultural event. So it's almost, to some degree, wired in our DNA. And it comes with lots of expectations and high standards. And when our standards are high, or when we're trying to get a gift for every grandchild and every child, and thinking about people, we might know who's giving us a gift, and we may want to be able to give them a gift.
Right.
These expectations is what we're reaching for and shooting for.
Yeah.
But at the same time, failed expectations create disappointment. And that disappointment is really what we try to avoid around holidays. So we overdo, we overcompensate, we might spend too much, worry too much because we're trying to avoid the disappointment. The goal would be lower the expectation. Recognize your capacity. You know, it's only so much juice you're going to get out of a lemon.
That's right.
Recognize where you are and what you're capable of, and that's the cap.
Just leave it there.
Leave it there.
Leave it right there.
Because otherwise, it's just anxiety and stress.
That's right. So when we talk about that, there are certain boundaries that we have to create within ourselves when we're talking about budgets and family members and giving. And so let's talk about that. How can someone set healthy emotional boundaries with family members or friends without feeling guilty or starting conflict?
Yeah.
Brian, you mean we could get some conflict for real around the holiday season?
Big conflict. That's actually where most conflict happens. Thanksgiving.
Oh, Lord.
Christmas. Those are big drama seasons. It's a lot of joy, but it's a lot of drama. I think when it comes to boundaries, managing and planting boundaries, lines in the sand, I actually think it starts with us first. So me as an individual, so I have to manage my own emotional state. I have to make sure I'm cool.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not, I don't have the threshold in place to manage somebody else's issues. So when I take care of myself first,
that's good.
Let's say I may wake up on the wrong side of the bed. I might have something going on that's stressing me and troubling me. I may go into the room or the office where other people are and say, hey, y'all, I'm dealing with a little stuff. It's bugging me right now. So if I'm a little edgy or short patient or snappy, don't take it personal. No, I'm working through it. I'm trying to get through it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Let them know.
Absolutely. Because when you let them know, they can modify their behavior a little bit.
Right.
All right. And so that means I'm taking care of myself. Because if I don't do that and I'm easily triggered, man, I'm inviting controversy and drama. So I would say first, manage your own expectation, check in with yourself. One of the best ways I do it,
Tell me, please.
I say to myself, Brian, what are you thinking about?
Okay.
When you get to a point where you think about what you think about, because your thoughts are creating your emotions, your mood,
Yeah.
and that's going to dictate how short your leash is, how easily triggered you are. So if I know my thoughts are worrisome, I'm aggravated, I start there.
Okay.
Because when I start with my own thoughts, then I can help manage my emotions. So that's the best way I check in with myself. So when I check in with myself and know I'm good, then I'm better equipped to deal with other people. And if they have issues and they're triggering me, once I'm straight, I'll recognize what's going on. For the most part, I'll not engage. Now, this is my strategy.
Okay.
I don't get too involved until they pushing my buttons when their drama starts affecting me.
Across the line.
So otherwise, I could look at somebody tripping and going off and throwing stuff, slamming the door. I'm like, wow, they having a few issues going on.
Yeah.
I let them do what they got to do. But when it starts infiltrating me and affecting me, then I'll speak up.
Okay,
and
so
address
that's
it.
not the time when you see them flipping out. You see them picking up the desk and throwing it across the room or whatever. They slamming the doors on the cabinet. That's not the time to go in with your therapeutic talk. You let them ride that out.
Let them ride it out, because when I speak up and they already agitated, oh no, it's like lightning and firecracker. I don't want to mess. I want them to deal with their own drama alone.
Yes.
For the most part. And so it's a good time to just notice. That's interesting. They having an issue. And the whole time, I'm managing my cool. I'm not being triggered by it.
Now, what about the people who feel like they have to be happy during the holiday season? Many people feel like they should be happy during the holidays, even when they're not. What's your advice to navigate that internal pressure?
You know, everybody's not happy during the holidays.
Everybody's not happy during the holidays.
There's a lot of people that are sad, depressed during the holidays, because it brings about so much anticipation and expectation, and they know their mental and emotional capacity can't handle that. So if you're one of those people, it's important to recognize how you feel, where you are, and you manage yourself there. Recognize what you're capable of, and then go slow.
Go slow.
Go easy. Keep things simple. Make them convenient. Easy does it. That's how you pace yourself in a high drama or high pace season. So it's important to just check in with how you truly are. And you ain't got to fake it, or you don't have to convince yourself to feel upbeat, be more positive. I think it's good to just be aware, recognize where you are, and ask, what do I need to maintain this or feel just a little bit easier? But the goal is small steps.
That's a good thing. Because right now, I'm going to be really honest with you. I'm getting triggered because our presenter is speaking, and not all of you, but there's a lot of you that are also speaking. So if you have more information or more knowledge than our presenter, we'll have you come up next so that you can share. But please turn your cell phones off. Let's do that real quick. Let's check our phones real quick. Let's turn those off. And please, if you have to talk, please keep your voice very low so that you're not disturbing the rest of the people in the room. Can we clap our hands for that? All right. Brian, you know what? This is such good information. I have 2 more questions under this holiday stress heading, and then we're going to take a break because I want you to come back.
Okay.
I want you to come back, and you're going to talk about goal setting for the new year.
All right.
Because that's really what I want to know. How do we set a good goal for 26? Okay, so we got 2 more questions under this. We're going to let Brian take a break because I'm looking at you, Brian, and I'm going to let you breathe a little bit. We're going to have you come on back up here. Are y'all enjoying Brian?
Okay.
Did you learn anything yet? I did too. Mindfulness in the madness. What are a few practical everyday techniques people can use to stay grounded and present when everything feels rushed and chaotic? Now, I want to hear this.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the hype. There's so much going on. Just imagine the number of people that have Ring cameras. It's giving alerts, community alerts, phones going off. People watch the news.
Yeah.
Its anxieties and stresses are really, really high. I think it's really important to recognize, are you participating in all that high anxiety? Because if you are, you bring in the stress and drama on yourself internally. So sometimes shutting things off, shutting off notifications. If you're driving sometimes, turn the radio off.
Yes.
If you're driving and you notice you're rushing, recognize that as take a sweet, deep breath and then just slow it down.
Let's do a practice right now with that sweet, deep breath. Lead us into that.
It's simple.
Tell us.
All right. So you breathe in peace. Exhale stress and anxiety. Inhale peace. Exhale tension and worry. Breathe in peace that surpasses understanding. Let go of burdens and stress. Now, that process right there recalibrates your brain. It takes you out of your anxiety, stress mode, and puts you into your relaxation mode. Literally, in that process, the stress and anxiety is releasing adrenaline and cortisol. These are your stress chemicals. When you're stressed, these chemicals close your blood vessels, make your heart beat faster because your blood got to pump through those constricted vessels. It weakens your immune system. Less blood flow and oxygen are going to your brain when you're in your stress and worry state. That's why going through this holiday season, you have to be mindful that your worry and your stress is impacting your body and your health. Now, the first way to bring that under control is through your breathing. Breathing resets it and recalibrates it. It stops the flow of the stress chemicals, adrenaline and cortisol, and then it brings on the flow of endorphins, serotonin, dopamine. These are your feel-good chemicals. When you feel good, your blood vessels open up.
Is that right?
Your heart can beat more at a normal rate because they don't have to pump through these constricted vessels. Your muscles relax. You're in a state of homeostasis. Your immune system is empowered. You have internal harmony. Now you can flow. You can flow. So start with your breathing.
Clap it up right there. I know y'all feel better. I felt like putting on my fleece pajamas and get me a cup of coffee right there.
Okay.
That really made me feel better.
Well,
Thank
good.
you. And
Absolutely.
then our last thing before we take a break, because you coming back. Oh, yeah, you coming. You definitely coming back today. So my last question for you, and we have really come in to know this, is self-care versus avoidance. How can this audience tell the difference between taking a healthy break for self-care and simply avoiding what's really bothering them?
Yeah. That's a good question. You know, if when we are, let's say we are confronted with a situation, and it's an element of fear associated with it. Let's say it's a bill we got to pay.
Okay.
And the money's not there, and then there's worry and fear.
Oh, yeah.
The natural tendency is to avoid that issue, to avoid it. So anytime there's avoidance, we're always in stress. We're always in an anxiety state. Compared to self-care and mindfulness, we're always in a more balanced, feel-good state. So avoidance is a focus on the problem.
Okay.
We're avoiding the situation, the circumstance that's stressing us. And that just creates more stress. Mindfulness is a switch in the thought process. It says, what do I want instead? What do I want instead of this drama, this issue? It might be peace. It might be calmness. Then when your mind is aligned with peace and calmness by bringing up images of maybe water or trees or nature, those create mindfulness and anxiety goes down. So with avoidance, we are in stress. Emotionally, we're still tense. In mindfulness, we're more relaxed. So you can just gauge how you feel. Just like you can look at your gas tank and know if you need gas or if you're okay. Your emotional system is your body's gauge to determine and dictate how well you're doing. Avoidance, that's a problematic. Mindfulness, you good. You good. Stay there. So the key is, when you think about what are you trying to avoid, ask, what do I want instead? And you focus on that. That way you're focusing on the solution, not the problem. When you focus on the solution, you're in relaxation mode. When you focus on a problem, you're in anxiety mode. That's the best way I do it.
This is so rich. Can we clap it up for Brian? I mean, he's really helping me. He is really helping me because you mentioned that you may be thinking about a bill, but it could be about a conversation you need to have with someone that you haven't spoken to. Or there is a misunderstanding there, or a conversation is necessary, and you're avoiding that for whatever reason. So what can I think about? I mean, I'm putting you on the spot with this one, but what can I think about? I know I need to have the conversation. I knew I need to set a date on the calendar where we can face-to-face talk. But what do I need to think about in that moment if I'm thinking about that?
I think a brilliant question, and that's a real situation. I think one of the most important things to recognize in a situation like that is to notice your own sense of hesitation, delay in having that conversation, avoidance. And because where there's hesitation or a desire to put it off because it's hard, there's fear that's present in those situations. Hard conversations can be fearful, which means I have to access courage. So the question becomes, how do I access courage to have the conversation? So it's an issue of fear and courage. How do I get into courage? Well, courage is in the heart.
Yes.
Fear is in my head. I had to come out of this, and I had to come down here. When the Bible even talks about be of good courage.
Yes.
In the movie you all may be familiar with, Brave Heart. Bravery and courage are here. They're not here because the brain gives you all the reasons why you should be nervous and worried.
That's true.
They may go off on me. They may react aggressively. So this is the brain's job, it's doing its job. So how do you get into courage? The way I come into courage regarding having a hard, difficult conversation, when I know courage is here and the fear is here, I put my hand on my heart. I feel my heartbeat in the palm of my hand. I breathe in peace. I exhale the stress and the worry a few times, and then I tell myself the action, the courageous action I'm going to take. It may be on Monday at noon, I'm going to have this conversation.
Okay.
And then you trust. Because trust is something else that's in the heart. Trust is not in the brain. The brain is about evidence and facts, data that tell you why you can't trust, but the heart doesn't need that. So a lot of this mindfulness, thoughtfulness is coming out of the head and getting in the heart.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Is he helping y'all? He's helping me. Clap it up one more time for Brian. He's coming back because his part 2 is talking about goal setting for the new year. How many want to hear more about that? Let's clap it up for Brian. We're going to have Destiny come up. We're going to take a break and do a bingo. Brian.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
This
Clap
was
it up
great.
one more time. Y'all show him some love. This is my friend Brian right here. All right, y'all get off Brian now. I see y'all. And we're going to have a bingo real quick. Y'all ready to play bingo? All right, let's do it. Get those cards out. I'm sure you finished eating by now. And then the second part, when Brian comes back, let's see how well we did with our mindfulness with these phones, turning off our phones and paying attention, all right? All right, Destiny is here. What's up, Destiny?
Hello. Hi, folks.
You know what I thought about when he was talking about courage?
What was you thinking about?
I saw myself on Mount Rushmore with a cape on.
Okay.
And my hands on my hips.
Okay.
That's courageous.
That is.
And when you see yourself that way, you can do anything.
Yes, you can.
Can't you? You can do anything. Clap your hands one
Clap
more time
them.
for our bride. Are you enjoying him?
I am. He taught me some.
Yes,
you
he
know,
did.
I'm going to take some deep breaths when I feel a little afraid.
When you feel a little, yeah. Take some deep breaths.
I've just got to center myself and I'm brave.
You're
I got
brave.
this. Yes. What am I scared for?
What are you scared for?
Nothing.
Just
you
get
know?
it done.
Yeah, that's all I gotta say. You know.
And I believe in you,
Well,
Destiny.
thank you. I believe in you.
I
too.
believe in you. Thank you. All right, let's go. Y'all ready?
Are y'all ready for the bingo? All right.
All right.
All right, y'all got something on the what's it called? The free space. Don't let
you gave
Cicely
them a free
distract
space
y'all.
today?
Yes.
Wait a minute, we got Cicely in the building, and she
Yes,
is passing out
Cicely.
some end of the year events for our
Harvest Fest.
Yes, our
Bring
Harvest
the
Fest.
cheering out. We got candy. We
Yeah,
got
we're gonna hear from somebody. If
Yep.
Cicely would like to do it, but somebody gonna come talk to us in a little bit about what's happening.
As she's doing that, I'm gonna pull the first one,
All right.
which is 018.
018.
018.
Give me a little bit, pep me up a little bit on that music. That music is, come on,
Next
give me something else.
is R63. R63. Next we got E51. E51. Ooh, what about E57? E57. Y'all like that? No? All right. W40. W40.
There it is. That's what I want to hear.
E52. E52. Okay. O29. O29. You like that? What about E55? E55. They like that one?
All right. I think we're getting close, Destiny.
I think we're getting there.
Because you gave them a free space.
I
You're so
did.
kind.
E50.
Thank you, Destiny.
E50. I think they going fast because they want to hear the Brian again.
Yeah, they want Brian back up here. I was looking at him. I was watching him.
O21. O21. 025. 025. You don't like that one? You like R74?
Oh, Lord, I don't want to drop it.
Please, they're going to have a fit. R74? No? Okay. What about P8? Is that the first P I called? P8.
That sounds like a winner. Has somebody won? All right.
P9. No. Mama Harris just happy. P4. Now I'm calling all the P's. Oh, they say that's terrible. 017. 017. One more? Okay. One more. Call the number out. Which one y'all need?
Which y'all need?
Okay. Okay, let's see which one it is. E48. That's the one you needed? Did you get power?
Hey, clap it up for Miss Olivia. Cicely, are you still in the building? Cicely. Is she still here? We're going to clap it up for Cicely. She's going to come talk to us about our end of the year. This is our director of special events, and she snuck in here and passed these flyers out. There was no way that I was going to let you get out of here. Clap it up for Cicely, everybody. Yeah, Cicely is going to tell us about what's going on, and then we're going to have Brian come back up. Come on up here, Cicely. Clap it up one more time for Cicely, everybody. What's going on, Cicely?
Not that much. Joni know I don't like to talk like this. But we have, this is our end of the quarter for Bright Star Community Outreach.
Yeah.
And y'all know at the end of the year, we like to do things really big.
Yeah.
So you have at your table, if you don't have copies, I'm sorry, they only made 60 copies. And so we will make sure you can come over to the Turn Center and see Miss Devlon or Shalon, and they will give you copies.
They sure will.
And basically, we passed out copies of our Harvest Fest. How many of y'all been to our Harvest Fest?
Woo!
It's really nice. So we provide activities for the kids. We provide candy bags for the kids. And we make sure that we want to make sure that they're safe. And so this is something that we have been doing for many years. It's a traditional thing. So please register at Bright Star Community Outreach because we have limited space.
Yes.
So make sure you register.
Cicely, you know what? I was on a call yesterday with you, and there's a lot of new stuff that we're doing this year. You may not want to tell them what's happening. They may need to register so they can come see for themselves. But I think this is going to be the year of all years because it is really different.
Yes.
Or you've added more to it.
Yeah.
You
So
something else, Cicely.
bring the kids.
Clap it up for Cicely, y'all.
And then two other things. I don't have the flyer for our Thanksgiving of Hope. We give away baskets. We give away food baskets. We give you a turkey or ham this year.
Ham.
Ham. It's either or.
Let me register.
And including with that, we're going to have the sidings that you need to make your Thanksgiving dinner, including cabbage.
We having
cabbage this year.
ham and cabbage.
So the only caveat, you must register. Once again, you have to go to our website, brightstarcommunityoutreach.com. I know a lot of you all like to call Miss Joni, but she needs you guys to register.
Please register,
Please
y'all.
register. And we're limited to those as well.
Yeah.
So, because we're serving not just this community, we're going out south
Yes.
to Roseman.
Yes.
And we're serving out there as well. But guess what? You can't register here and there.
Come on, Cicely.
It's only one basket per family.
Yeah.
We want to make sure we're able to serve others as well.
And you know what? We have a way of knowing that.
Yes,
like if
we
you
do.
that, we be like, okay,
Our
they tried
development
it.
director has it on lock.
Yeah.
She has it on lock. Last thing, toys. So we having a holiday concert. So we want you all to come to Bright Star Church and St. James Church at Kenwood High School on Sunday, December the 21st at 10 a.m. and enjoy a beautiful Christmas concert. And also at the end of the concert, then that's when we'll be giving away gifts to the kids.
Yes.
That register.
That register.
That register.
Right.
We got to make sure we stress that. Register.
You got to register for these
And they
events.
got to be present.
Ah.
Right, Shar? They got to be present.
So from what I understand, this is what we're doing in lieu of our service. Because how many have watched us online or have been at Bright Star St. James Church?
Yes.
All right. So in lieu of our service this year, it's actually a holiday concert.
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
So you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be a beautiful time right before Christmas.
We're doing some big
So
things.
come on out.
Yes.
Come on out.
And
Thank
if you need flyers or you need to register, just go on the
Yes.
website, brightstarcommunityoutreach.com.
So when you register, you're registering yourself for that individual, and then it asks you the kids. So we revised the link today, and on the link is may ask you for the children ages and their name. So the parent that's coming needs to have their name there. Yes, ma'am.
All right. And if you have additional questions, Cicely will be here
Yes.
for a few more minutes, okay?
Yes. Thank you.
Oh, and Shar is willing to assist with registration. Clap it up for that. There's just nothing, there's no limit to what we will do, won't do for you. All right, y'all ready to hear more from Brian? Brian, you're going to come finish your presentation. I wanted to break that up because it's the way you set this up. And I wanted to make sure that I gave you a break to come back. Come on, clap it up, Power Family, for Brian. And guess what, everybody? Today is his birthday! Happy birthday, Brian Tucker! I know somebody didn't just say how old is he. Y'all relax. Come on, Brian, sit down. I just hope you can get out of here.
All right.
So the first part, we talked about coping with holiday stress. Today we're going to come back and we're going back into our presentation. So y'all bring your voices down and turn your phones off. Thank you. Now we're talking about goal setting for the new year. It seems like when January 1st, we're so gung-ho what we're going to do, what we're going to eat, what we're not going to do. And then for me, by January 3rd, it's all out the window. Am I in here by myself? Anybody made those empty resolutions? Yeah, that we don't stick to. So Brian, you're going to tell us, okay, we're going to bring it down so we can hear Brian, okay? All right. So from reflection to intention, before jumping into resolutions, what reflection questions do you recommend people ask themselves about the year that's ending? Wow.
One good question is, what was not accomplished? What do I feel I didn't follow through on? Because I think in my mind, we all have goals. Mm-hmm. Every year we have goals, things we're trying to strive for and create change. And at the end of the year, we usually recognize what we did not accomplish.
Oh, for sure.
Which is why we create resolutions for the new year. I think reflecting on what I did not accomplish, what I did not follow through on, is a really good starting point. Because if there's certain emotions associated with what you did not accomplish, goals you didn't reach, that emotional state kind of indicates the importance of reaching that goal.
Yeah.
And so I'd start there. What did I not accomplish that I wanted to accomplish? And then the next question that I'd ask is, well, what am I really willing to commit to? And there's power associated with a commitment. I could go into detail.
Dig in. Absolutely.
Well, one reason that we'll go into a new year with resolutions that we don't keep is because our commitment is not in proportion to the desire. It's almost like I want it, but I'm not willing or capable of doing the work that's necessary to reach it. So by asking, what am I willing to commit to, that question, it invokes something really to me special. Yeah. When I commit to something, I'm making an oath, a promise to my inner self. And so if I commit to myself that I'm going to do A, B, and C, and I don't do it, my inner self is like, oh man, you just talk. You just all talk. Yeah. When my inner self feels that way about me, my self-esteem, my self-confidence goes down. So I want my inner self to feel good and be able to rely on me, knowing that I'm going to do what I say.
Yes.
Because if I make a commitment to my inner self and don't follow through, my inner self is disappointed.
Yes.
If I can do what I say and he recognizes it, he's giving me a high five and a standing ovation.
Oh, yeah.
He's saying, I am so proud of you. My self-esteem, my self-confidence, my self-image, it begins to rise. We are the artists of our own self-image. And a lot of it has to do with what's going on behind the scenes. Yeah. So it starts with, what am I willing to commit to? And I want to commit to something that my inner man sees me do it, sees me follow through, and says, good job.
Yes.
Which means I have to be very thoughtful about the commitment.
Yes.
So the reason most people don't keep resolutions is the commitment is too high. It's too big. The brain fights you, it resists you, say, I don't want to do it, I don't feel like doing it, it's too much. So it's about managing that commitment. Here's an example. Let's say I have a fitness goal, typically.
Okay.
And I know that because a commitment is an oath, a vow, a promise, I don't want to lie. I don't want to lie to my inner self. I don't want my inner self saying, you a liar, and you full of it, and you just talk a good game.
Wow.
Because at the end of the day, who am I fooling? So when I ask the question, what am I willing to commit to? Let's say with my fitness goal, I say, I'm going to work out 40 days straight. All right, so I put that goal 40 days.
Wait a minute, Brian.
Then I'll say, how long, for each workout, what's the minimum amount of time I'm going to work out? Now, see, keeping in mind, my commitment has to be doable, easy, simple, and convenient. Now, when I can do that, I can keep my commitment. But if I'm making it complicated, not convenient, then my brain is like, it ain't gonna happen. So my minimum each day's exercise might be 2 minutes.
Oh.
2 minutes. All right? Now you see what I'm saying? If you're gonna commit to something you can do.
I can do that.
All right. Now if you choose to do 20 minutes or 30, more power to you. But commit to 2 minutes. Now, I said it got to be convenient. If the gym or the health club that I'm going to is across town, it's not convenient.
It's not convenient.
I don't want to deal with traffic.
Right.
It's too hard. So where am I going to do it? Anywhere I choose to do it. I could do it in my basement, in my bedroom. I could do it in the bathroom. It don't matter. I'm making it convenient. So it's got to be easy, doable, simple, and convenient. You don't create no lofty resolution because yourself is going to watch you do it and watch you falter. And here you go again. It's your 40th year, and you promising the same thing and not doing it. So you got to believe in yourself, but to believe in yourself, you got to give yourself some evidence that says you do what you say and you follow through. All right? So the resolution, whatever your resolution is, make it easy, make it simple, make it doable, make it convenient. You don't want to commit to something and then lie to yourself.
Wow. That's a bad feeling, by the way.
Oh, that's a terrible feeling because it affects your sense of self-integrity.
Yes.
And your sense of self-honor. We all have a value system. We all have a compass, so to speak, that kind of gauges how well we're doing in life. But if we're veering off, taking an easy road, we don't feel good about ourselves. Now, on the flip side, when you do follow through and you accomplish those goals, you have a sense of victory.
Yes.
There is power in victory.
Yes, sir.
Victory is a real thing. Victory says, I did it.
I did it.
I did what I said I was going to do.
That feels so
I'm
good.
better than I thought I was.
Come on, y'all.
All right? And so even if I do 2 minutes of exercise, I'm giving myself a high five.
I like
Good
that.
job.
I like
That's
that.
120 seconds. Good job. Job well done. Pat myself on the back. Mark it on the calendar. Accomplished.
I love it.
And then the next day, the same thing. But the goal is the victory. It's the reward. Because that victory is literally an emotional, it's a chemical release in your brain. Those same ones. It's oxytocin. It's dopamine. These energize you. They motivate you. And you're empowered when you have a victory. And research says small victories lead to big victories. And the more victories we have,
Come on, Brian.
the greater and more successful we feel in life.
Yes. Clap it up right there.
So,
That was good.
All right.
I'm glad you dug in that.
okay.
SMART goals with heart. We often hear about SMART goals, S-M-A-R-T, but what makes a goal truly meaningful so someone you just talked about this, someone stays motivated after the excitement fades?
You know, I think it's all about the attainment and the accomplishment and the victories, to celebrate them. So the more we celebrate, I was working with a young lady, black woman, in the union here in Chicago. Now the odds of that is very, very small percentage of black women in the union. And with her, it was even a smaller percentage because she was in welding. And in welding, there's all these degrees of certifications. For example, being able to weld on regular pipe or special pipe or weld underwater. This young lady kept going to these different courses and getting these additional certifications that heightened her status. But each time she would go through courses, train, study hours, and get her diploma, she would take that diploma and literally toss it in the trunk of her car.
I know you lying.
Absolutely. Sitting back there, they're getting oil from oil cans and dirt. And she was accomplishing, but she was not celebrating the moment. She didn't take a moment to relish, look what I did. Look what I accomplished.
Wow.
You know how good you feel when you know you accomplished something?
Yes.
It is an amazing power when you accomplish something. I mean, the Bible does say, I come that you may have life and have it more abundantly.
Yeah.
And that is about accomplishing some stuff. And it's literally about winning. So
Yes.
it's about celebrating those small victories. I think that is vital. And so the way you have that stick-to-itive power, you give yourself small, incremental goals to shoot for and just mark them off one by one. That empowers you to keep going. Failure or the perception of failure makes you stop. But progress enables you and empowers you to keep going. And so you want to put a little pressure on yourself, because some pressure is good.
Yes.
Because when we put pressure on ourselves and don't just take the easy road and everything,
Right.
mindfulness is good, thoughtfulness is good, but some pressure is good
Easy
too.
pressure.
You got to put some pressure
That's
on
right.
yourself, pushing yourself, push yourself. Because when you push yourself and push through, you have victory. And the pressure you put on yourself today means you're freeing yourself from a pressure down the road. So push yourself in all of this stuff. Push yourself.
I love it. Come on, let's clap it up right there for Brian. What about breaking the all or nothing mindset? Many people set huge goals and quit when they slip up. How can they reframe failure or setbacks as a part of growth instead of defeat?
Yeah.
Seeing failure as growth.
Right.
Talk about that.
Well, failure, one way it's said, failure is feedback. If you put forth the effort, then failure is impossible, because you already put forth the effort. That means you did something. We look at the outcome and we call it failure, but no, look at the front end. If you put forth effort and you gave it an attempt, no, you're already winning. And so what we perceive as failure, we could kind of look at it differently and ask the question, what do I learn from that? That's the key for what we call failure. That's where the nuggets are. That's where the obstacles were that you came up against, and it may feel like they defeated you.
Yeah.
So what I do when I look at failure or setback, I'll ask, what can I learn from that? Number one, what can I learn from that? Because that's the nugget.
Yes.
And then I ask, what were the obstacles that caused that failure? Because now I have to address the obstacle more so than the goal. Because if I know the obstacle is stopping me from reaching the goal, well, let me direct my attention to the obstacle. And then what do I need to get around that or overcome that? So it's a shift. So with failure, look at the obstacles. Look at what stopped you. Look at what got in the way, and create a plan to deal with that so that it is not an obstacle going forward.
I love it. Clap it up right there. Now, I don't know how much he charges for his private sessions, but we are all getting some good information up in here today, and I appreciate you, Brian. Let's talk about the power of the small wins. How do you encourage your clients, to celebrate progress along the way without feeling like they're settling or moving too slow?
Yeah, it's very important. For one, progress is progress.
That's right.
Progress means you are moving forward. You are moving forward. It's easy to look at slow progress and almost equate that to failure, or it's not good enough, or it's taking too long. But that's when we have to have a little grace on ourselves. Recognize there's been times in my history, times of financial challenge.
Yes, sir.
I've been self-employed many years, then corporate America, self-employment again. But times when there's a financial roller coaster, there's been moments when that financial challenge is really hitting hard. But I may recognize that 6 months ago, I might have been thinking about bankruptcy.
Oh,
But 6 months later, that ain't my worry. I'm not thinking about bankruptcy, and I may not have hit no jackpot either. But I made progress because bankruptcy is not something I had to consider. That's progress.
That's progress.
And so progress, you really have to take a moment and reflect.
Yeah.
Am I in a better spot than I was before? If the answer is yes, it's not how much. If the answer is yes, give yourself a high five and a standing ovation.
Yes.
Because something you're doing is working. It's so important to be applauding ourselves, encouraging ourselves, motivating
Yes.
ourselves. It all comes down to what we're saying to ourselves, the internal dialogue. Is it positive? Is it uplifting? Or is it negative? Yeah, harsh critique. When we are speaking positively and letting ourselves know that we're making progress, that's a message to the brain. The brain may fight you and say, no, you're not, no, you're not. But as you keep mentioning it, I'm making progress, I'm making progress.
Yes.
In the Bible, there's an interesting scripture.
Yes.
And I ain't no pastor.
Well, come on.
And so
You
I'm just
sound
speaking
like it.
in the level of knowledge I have.
That's all right.
But Peter asked Jesus, how many times should I forgive?
yeah.
7 times? And Jesus says, no, 70 times 7. I use that to say that's how many times you have to empower yourself with a positive message.
Talk.
I'm doing good. I'm winning. Every day is a better day. Today and tomorrow, I'm getting better. Every day in every way, I grow. Boy, you doing good. I'm so proud of you. Look
Yes,
at you.
Brian.
You shining. You doing your thing.
Yeah.
God is working in you. These are empowering messages to the brain. And when we can overwhelm the brain with it, then the brain says, oh, okay. We are doing our thing. We are doing good. And our self-esteem rises, and we feel more positive. So the internal dialogue, what you're saying to yourself, think about what you think about, listen to how you talk to yourself, and if you're not empowering and encouraging yourself, change your messaging. Change your messaging.
Wow, wow, wow. Clap it up right there. Can anybody think of one thing from 6 months ago to today that is better in your life? Can you think of that one thing and just give yourself a hand? That was good. That was good. Take a look back and see how far you've come. I love it. And then, Brian, you know, we're at the end of our presentation, but I have one more question for you. Sustaining momentum beyond January. What's one simple daily or weekly routine that helps people keep their goals alive long after the holiday season ends?
Yeah, which is what happens when we make resolutions.
Yes.
We start and then we stop. So going back to the power of the commitment, some of these things are lifestyle changes, which means we want to put forth the effort toward whatever that goal is long term. It's not short term. And so, number one, understanding the commitment. I made a commitment to myself.
Indeed.
Now I know that commitment, I made it easy, doable, simple, and convenient. All right. Now, that's in place. Now, there's this part of me that recognizes that. I want to do that. Let's say if that commitment is, let's just put it back in the context of the gym. I'm going to the gym. Oh, I don't feel like it today. I'm just not in the mood today. Now, that's like one half of me is reminding myself, you know what you just promised.
Yes.
The other side, yeah, I know what I promised, but I don't feel like it. Okay, well, that's an internal battle.
Struggle, yeah.
You may be familiar with this phrase that says a house divided against itself cannot stand. Okay, so we that house. And it's almost like my right hand wants to go to the gym. My left hand says, no, I want to watch Netflix. They're at war with each other. They're at war. They're opposed to each other.
Yeah.
I need to come out of that conflict. And so the goal is, how do I bring those two together so they're on the same page with each other? I say, well, how good would I feel if I go? Well, I'm going to feel really good because I kept my commitment. My inner self is going to love me for that, and they're going to give me a high five.
Yeah.
But then this one got a voice, too. He feels a certain way. He says, I don't feel like going. So they're together, and I say, well, how will you feel? How will we feel if we don't do it? I ain't going to feel good. I'm going to feel like I was defeated. I ain't going to like myself. I ain't gonna feel good. Then that higher mind kicks in and says, okay, get up and go. It gotta be another level.
Come on.
That is making the executive decision. So he listens to both sides, because both sides got a voice, but it gotta be that higher voice. That higher voice is the one driving my progress. If there's no higher voice creating executive decisions for me,
Come on, Brian.
then I'm just floating through life. That don't feel good. Winning feels good. Winning feels really good.
Winning is amazing.
And so that's a type of pressure. When I say some pressure is good, put some pressure on yourself and free up of pressure that would be there if you didn't put it there on the front end. You're freeing it on the back end. So that's how I remain consistent. And it makes me feel good. It honors my sense of integrity. It honors my values. It says I do what I say. It says I can follow through. One of the biggest challenges is to do what you say.
That is.
We can give other people advice so
All
easy.
day, Brian.
And other people might take your advice, but we give it to ourselves and we're like, oh yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. So this is about honoring yourself. It's about pushing yourself. It's about striving to a higher goal and a higher level because it brings about a greater joy. Can you do that sitting on a couch? No. That might be why they call it work. It's a real word. So we have to push ourselves.
We do.
You can't get away from it. But the question is, whose voice are you listening to?
Wow.
Listen to the higher mind and make yourself happy.
Clap it up for Brian Tucker, everybody. Now, your friend Monique over there, who loves you to death, she absolutely does, and takes care of all of us in one way or the other, sent me a YouTube clip. You are actually on YouTube. And I'm sure you have information about what you do at the table over there. Can we come over and see what you got and just maybe talk to you for a few minutes?
You absolutely can. Absolutely.
Now, I don't know, again, I don't know how you're going to get out of here once you start this, but I want everybody to clap it up one more time, and may you have a great rest of your day. Right. Thank you for spending your birthday.
Thank you, everybody. This was so fun on my birthday. Thank you.
Yes, Brian. I'm so glad that you could be here with us. Clap it up for Brian, everybody. Give him some power love. Wow, wow, wow. That was worth its weight in gold. I feel so much better. I feel empowered. Do you feel empowered? All right, we're about to bless y'all with some gift cards. Y'all ready to get some? Now, I don't know who's back there that got the gift cards, whether it's Cheeks or whether it is Shar. But we're gonna get, what time is it, y'all? All right, so we're gonna say goodbye to our online audience. Look up in the camera right there, everybody, and say goodbye.